Good evening, afternoon. In case you don't know, I'm Dr. Renee. And thank you for tuning in. For those that are watching live and those that are watching replay, thank you for tuning in. But I look, I won't be before you long. I love that. Um, yeah, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. I'm loving that they popped up there because I don't ever say it. But today is a really special day. And I just thought I would share this information with you all. Of course, I have to do a little housekeeping myself. Okay. So today is June 24th, 2023. Besides being the day, I have a good friend. Today's her birthday. I need to wish her happy birthday. But today is June 24th on 2013. That morning, I got a text message from my boss saying that he wanted me to come in, and I went to different hospitals. I have 40 hospitals I went to every day for work. So every day I was at a different hospital, whatever. So that night. I had gotten into it with somebody, and so at 2 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep. So I just went to the hospital and did my stuff because I could do it. Obviously, hospitals are 24 hours a day, right? So I had done that, came home and went to sleep and was like, oh, this man said to come in. So let me set the alarm so I get up to go to the office. So go to the office, and he was supposed to be off that day, and that should have told me something, but it didn't click in. So I was like, So they were like, Renee, what are you doing here? I was like, because he told me to come, no big deal. So they were like, oh, okay. And so he came, and then they told me to meet him upstairs, and our department was downstairs. So I'm like, what am I going upstairs for? But okay. So I go upstairs, and he was sitting there, and God bless him. His wife is my Facebook friend because he's not on Facebook, but he is so nice. The man was turning beet red, and I was just like, what is wrong with this man? And he didn't say anything. And basically HR was like, so your job's being eliminated. And I was and I could see in his face he was just so upset and mad about it. And, he was on my team. So he was like, just, nothing he could do about it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting there listening to them, and I got a severance package and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, so I have a whole lot of stuff in my car that doesn't belong to me. Can you please come and get this stuff out of my car? Because I'm just like, and honestly, that morning I had heard Shirley Caesar, God Will Make a Way, I believe is the name of the song. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. And I was like, well, apparently he about to make a way out of something because I don't have a job now. But I was like, okay. So they went with me to my car, took all the stuff out my car. Thank you for those that are watching. You could tell me who you are and where you're watching from. And they came, got all the stuff out of my car, and I left to never return again. And that weekend, because this was on a Monday morning, that weekend, my very dear friend, brother, Amara Kennedy, was in town from Atlanta, and we had already planned once I finished working, we were going to connect. So I called him in the car on the freeway and was like, I don't have a job anymore. And he's like, what? And I was like, I don't have a job anymore. He was like, okay, I'm on the lakefront. By the time you get back to your place, I should be ready. Just come get me. This is where I'm staying. I go, okay. So that's what I did. And he literally, we went thrift shopping. I mean, he fed me, he put gas in my car. And when I went to drop him off at the end of our long day excursion, he was like, I just want to let you know that it was time. I was like, what are you talking about? Because it was time for you to leave. You had done what you needed to do there, and it was time for you to do this, what you're supposed to do. I was like, what are you talking about? I have bills to pay. Like, dude. And he's like, nope, you're going to be fine. You needed to get out of there. He's like, and you weren't going to quit. So this was God moving you out of the way because you weren't going to quit. I was like, really? Can everyone hear me? Because I just don't believe that not one single soul is saying anything. Oh, it's plugged in. Okay, I was making sure. So I was like, okay, if you say so. I thought he was loony. So my dad called, and he sounded like he had lost his best friend. And I was like, I called my sister and was like, do me a favor, tell your dad if he's going to sound down and out like that, don't call me. Because I never, to this day, have never shed a tear about it. It was like, okay, this is what was supposed to happen. I'm good, you know? And like I said, God will make a way. Hi, Eva. I knew I could count on you. And so I was like, no, I'm good, you know. This is just what it's supposed to be. So my dad was just like, oh, you know, like the world had ended. And I'm like, it hasn't ended. I'm still Renee, well, Dr. Renee Matthews. I'm still her. Like, I still have the degrees that I have. And, you know, like, why is he, you know, I could go get a job, you know, which is what my plan was. But everyone was like, no, no, no. So the next day, I was flying to New York to meet my friend who was doing a promo tour, and she was like, come with me. And she's like, you can meet people and, you know, do what you do and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I was meeting her, and we were both meeting at the airport separately. So the driver comes and gets us, and he gets me first, then he comes and gets her, and I get in the car, and no, she gets in the car. And so I finally sit there. I'm like, how do I tell her? So I just turned around and I go, so I just want to let you know, I don't have a job. She goes, congratulations. I was like, these people, I don't know what they are smoking, but they all crazy. So I say all that to say that it has been 10 years today since I've had a W-2. Like I've lived off of 1099s and all the wonderful corporations and organizations and nonprofits and that have hired me. And, you know, ask Dr. Renee, of course. Can you see? Of course, I'm blocking it, but yeah, it's here. You see. And of course it's behind me. But yeah, all those people, I thank them. And this year is, I mean, in the last few years, it's really, even though COVID is really blown up. And so God has really been good and faithful, and you know, he does what he needs to do. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank you. I'm gonna put the comment on the screen. Thank you so much. So you know, it's been a ride. Not the easiest ride, because what is easy when you don't know what you're doing? Because I've like literally maneuvered this all myself and figured it out along the way. I've had an amazing, I call it my front office, my lovely sissy, who is my CFO, CMO, like she is all things, executive producer. She has been amazing, because the Ask Dr. Renee show came after that. So the Ask Dr. Renee show started in 2014. And that was October 2014 is when we started the Ask Dr. Renee show. And my sister was there for every episode in the very beginning, and she would critique and tell me what to do and what not to do. I'm surprised she's not here now. No, I'm not, because I didn't tell her I was live. She's upstairs. Um, so, but yeah, she was there, and you know, whenever I needed anything, that girl has been there. And then of course there's my BFF, Salam, who, these are the two people who, when I say, oh, I can do such and such, they're like, yes, you can. And I'm like, no, I can't. I was just saying that out loud. They're like, yes, you can. I was like, really? And then this lovely woman here that we have on the screen, Eva Wilson, she is a blogger who I followed for a long time. We were even Facebook friends, didn't even know each other, had never met. Followed her and was just like, oh my God, she's so amazing. And she's a mom. She's got 3 kids that she homeschooled. She went and got her law degree while she was homeschooling 3 kids. She has a fabulous husband, the most amazing 3 kids too. And I was just following her. And then lo and behold, she moves to Chi-Town. And that has been, oh my goodness gracious. I tell you, she probably doesn't even know that she has some sort of psychology degree, because she has been so helpful, especially in this pandemic foolishness. But she's been amazing. And you know, she, if you've seen or if you've purchased Mommy I Can't Breathe, she's the wonderful woman that you guys have contacts in, and I can't read. She purchased, what am I saying? She is the one that designed the cover of my book, because she knew that I was about to jump off the ledge and say, forget the whole thing, because I could not get a cover. And I was like, you can't have a book without a cover. So clearly I'm not meant to have this book. And I was about to be done. And she saw that and recognized that. But, she's been so helpful, because she, you know, was she was a full-time entrepreneur before I was. And she or maybe we were at the same time, but I knew she knew her stuff and was very, very helpful, not to mention that law degree. So she was like, yeah, don't do that, and I could call her and say how much should I charge and all that great stuff. So she's been amazing. Thank you, Eva. Um, but yeah, 10 years today, and I'm not starving and I'm not homeless. I actually kind of have two homes, don't I? But yeah, all is very, 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 very. Aw, how so? But yeah, and even I've hired two of her kids so far. The third one is about to do my photo shoot. And I'm gonna hit him up soon because I'll be back soon. But yeah, so two of her children I have hired. One of them was editing a bunch of videos for me, and then her daughter really was very instrumental in teaching me how to do these Instagram reels, which ended up being very helpful because that's one of my streams of income now. So, you know, they just amazing family, amazing people. Oh, and then her daughter, I've been able to get her all sorts of really cool stuff. Most recently, she's in an article from ComEd talking about this really awesome program they have for girls interested in STEM and I was very honored that she named me her mentor in there. I was so honored. But yeah, so it has been quite a journey. I tell everyone I am more than happy to talk to people who are looking into doing it, entrepreneurship full time. Talking to people who, because I was an entrepreneur since 2005 is when we launched Mega Matthews Entertainment Group and Associates, and so I worked full time and I did that. And then 2013, it was just me, and it's Mega LLC, the LLC doing business as Ask Dr. Renee. So now everything's Ask Dr. Renee because she's the one doing all the talking. And it's funny, my dad always asked what I do, and I was like, I just talk. I just talk. I started writing because my lovely mentor, Melody Hobson, told me I needed to write. And I tried to avoid it like the plague, but I did it. And it really did open doors and windows. And thank God I listened to her. But if you've seen anything, you know that I've been on TV 4 times in the last 6 weeks or so, 3 of them national spots, so segments. And so, it all works out eventually. You just have to be patient, take the time to pay attention. I ask questions. I pay attention to those that are doing what I want to do. Yeah. But like I said, if you need help, you have questions, I am not free, but I am not expensive. And I'm more than happy to let you what is it, rack my brain or whatever they say, because I can't remember the term. But yeah, you can bend my ear a little bit and I'll see what I can do. I know a lot of people in a lot of different fields, which has been helpful to help me. And yeah, so 10 years today. So in 2019, I celebrated at a speaking engagement for women in automotive. Right. What do I have to do with automotive? I'm telling you, I've had quite a journey. And that speaking engagement was in Disney World. And if anyone knows, I am in love with the mouse. So that was like the most awesome thing ever to be there on June 24th. But yeah, today I went to, oh, there she is, my lovely EP. My sister said we don't pick brains over here. Yes. You can pick it, but you just have to pay to pick it. That's all, sissy. And I have that already. It's already one of my offerings on my site, Yeah. So yeah. In case you don't know my website, I will put it up here for you, but you should already know. It's very simple. So yeah, today I had a bridal shower to attend, which is why I have makeup on. But yeah, there's my website, in case you didn't know. And if you're watching me on any of these platforms, you can always hit the contact or the about and you'll see my information. You can easily hit me up. But yeah, and I've helped a lot of people get jobs. Like I said, I'm all, I was so excited. I actually had to fill out a 1099 because I have a bookkeeper and I just love her so. And I have told everyone about her. And if you need a bookkeeper, she does my taxes as well. Her name is Brandy West and her company is Pretty Counts Taxes LLC, Taxes and Accounting LLC. amazing, amazing. The funniest thing is that Brandy and I just met in person for the first time 2 weeks ago, but we've been working together since 2020. But she's just awesome sauce. Yeah, yes, Eva and Alicia, I swear, on the same team. We need our brains. Yes, we do. But yeah, so I had to give her a 1099, which was like a jump up in my business. I said this year I was going to get a assistant. I 2020 is when I claimed I was going to get a bookkeeper, and I did. So we're almost at the midway point for 2023. I don't have an assistant yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Um, this year I'm hosting my first retreat. This is something that my business coach told me that I needed to host my own events years ago. I was very nervous. I'm like, no one's going to show up. I'm so excited. People actually are going to show up because they've already registered and paid. I'm so excited. And it's of course on the lovely island of Antigua. So I'm just so excited and so happy and grateful because of Ask Dr. Renee. I was able to come home and be with my padre July 2020. And so if I wasn't Ask Dr. Renee and I was still working somewhere, I couldn't just jump up and leave, right? I would have had to file for FMLA and all this stuff. But I was able to just jump up and go. And thankfully, due to the lovely interwebs and this 50-foot Ethernet cord that I have going from upstairs to down here, I've been able to keep up and do everything that I need to do from here. And then now that the world is opening back up, I make arrangements and I'm able to fly out and I'm flew out, as they say. Yes, I'm flown to different destinations and I go and I do my thing and collect my check and come home. And so yeah, it's been really crazy. I never thought I would be a full-time entrepreneur. I always thought I would do like my dad. My dad always had a full-time job and then he had his business also. I always thought that would be me. I'm not mad at God though, at all. I like this life. I've spent more time with the people who mean the most to me because of the fact that I have the freedom of my time. So as long as I have my computer, my laptop, my phone, I can usually do what I need to do anywhere. And when I do have speaking engagements or interviews or whatever that are out of town, they're usually in cities that I have family in. So I get to hang out with them too. I just kind of add that in so that I'm stay on longer. I come earlier. So I've spent lots of time on the different islands that are important to me and my family recently. But yeah, just really my time is the best thing because I get to do my thing. The biggest thing now is that, being a caregiver, that, you have to either figure out who's going to replace you or how they're going to maneuver that without you. That's the only thing now that's really a time constraint, quote unquote. But that's it, But like I said, I say thank you to my fabulous sister. If you don't know Foodie Engineer, you need to, and you should follow her. And of course, my BFF, who is not watching because I didn't even tell her I was going to be on. But she's amazing. And my Eva, whom I just don't know what I would do without. And I can't believe that I was in Chicago this week and I didn't see my Eva, but it's okay. We'll see each other soon. Yeah, that's that. So 18 minutes, less than 20. Okay, not long. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. So if you're not already subscribing to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go click a playlist and let it just play in the background. We need those YouTube funds. And if you're not liked my Facebook page, please go like my Facebook page. If you haven't purchased a book, please head over to my website and buy a book. Head on over, buy a book. Do I have anything else to plug, Sissy? I think that's it. If you have any questions, you could type them in, or you can just send me a message and ask me, and I will answer them. Yes, soon comes, soon. So, that's it, and that's all. Thank you. Bye.